Hello, welcome back to the woods, and welcome back to another one of my little gear reviews. Now, every once in a while a piece of gear comes along and you've all experienced it and you think, God, that's bloody brilliant, it's really, really good. And this is just such an item. And we've all experienced that with bits of kit. Indeed, most of our kit is made up of items you think, oh, my polymath stove being a case in point. It arrived and I thought, oh, that's a really clever idea. And it's become a firm favourite. It's remained in my kit ever since. Well, this next little item is exactly like that. It's one of those that I think is probably going to remain in my kit, and not just my bushcraft kit, my everyday kit too. And this is it. And I know what you're thinking, well, it's another torch, another flashlight. Well, no, it's not. This is a multi-light. Now, those of you who've been with the channel a while will know that a while back I was doing quite a few reviews on flashlights, mostly for a company called Olight, which they were fantastic quality. But the feedback from you guys was, well, yeah, they're great, but they're also very expensive, and they're kind of out of the reach of a lot of people. You can't afford to spend 90, 95, £100 on a torch. So when I was contacted recently by a company called ARMYTEK over in Germany, so would I like to review their flashlights, follow the link below to see the ones that you can view. I got back to them and said, oh, actually the feedback I've had from my viewers is that they tend to be quite expensive. If you've got any which fill the brief that aren't so expensive, that would be useful, then yeah, I might be interested. So they sent me over 3, and this little item, well, this was the one that caught my eye to start with, because this is what they call their ZIPPY multi-light. And I think, well, I thought looking at it on the website, actually that looks quite good. Having actually received it, yeah, I really like it, and I'm going to tell you why. So, once I'd said yes to the company, they did indeed send me over a box with 3 of their lights in them, and I didn't know what I was getting. And as I opened it up, 2 of the boxes quite large, very well packaged, etc., and then there was one small little box, and it kind of reminded me of those boxes that disposable cameras used to come in years ago, only smaller. It was this little tiny box, and that was the ZIPPY. On opening it, inside what you get is your little flashlight, a strange little mount, and you also get a little head strap as well. And that is what they call the ZIPPY extended kit, and I'll show you how it goes together. I'll tell you a little bit about the spec. So in the packaging you get your flashlight, you get a multi-mount, and you get a head strap, and that makes up the ZIPPY extended set. You also get a set of instructions in there which are pretty easy to follow, and to be honest, it is pretty self-explanatory all the way through. The specs on it, well, it weighs in at just 12 grams. So if you are really watching the weight that you are carrying, yeah, it works very, very well. It's rechargeable, and it recharges off a micro USB, so you haven't got to worry about putting batteries in it, etc. You can charge it, and that will charge off a power pack. It runs on white and red light, so you can switch between the two, and I'll show you that in a moment. And it has a maximum of 120 lumens, which is pretty bright. Its runtime in its lowest mode is 220 hours, which is quite a long time for something so small. And they describe it as a 4-in-1 light because it can be used in many different ways. Indeed, some of you, if you're a regular to the channel, you've probably already noticed me using it, because when I was on a camp out a couple of weeks back, you will have seen that I was using it then, and I used it in 2 of its modes. I used it as a cap light, I'll show you that in a minute, and I also used it as a regular head torch as well. So it is certainly very, very versatile. So the actual lamp itself, as I said, it has 2 colours you can switch between, white light and red light. It runs, as we said, for 220 hours on its lowest setting mode. It's got 5 different modes. All of those are controlled via this one single switch, and you can rotate between the modes on there. Whichever one you choose, when you switch it on next, it will go back to that. So it's auto memorizing. As you saw from my video when I was out on a camp out recently, it's also waterproof because it was piddling down most of the time for that one, and everything was wet, but it didn't matter with this. It's IP67 rated, so it can be a metre down in water apparently for up to 30 minutes with no ill effects. It can also be dropped from a height of 10 metres without any damaging. I don't intend doing any of those things with it, however, just in case, I know that this one is safe. Now, if it should smash and break, well, it is covered by a no quibble 5-year guarantee, which is pretty amazing. They don't guarantee houses for that length of time anymore, so for this to have a 5-year guarantee, yeah, it's pretty damn cool. Now, the little multi-mount that it comes with, and that allows it to do quite a few things. It's got 2 magnets on it, one here and one here. And to actually put it on, well, all you do is where the ring is, where that square one is, there's a little square slot. And you literally just click that into there. And what you've now got is a 360 mount. And it will move anywhere you want it to. On the back here where the other magnet is, well, that allows you to put it onto things that are metal. So if you're working under a car bonnet, or if you're just trying to change a tyre at night, you can put this onto your vehicle and it will illuminate the area. This allowing you to direct the beam wherever you want. Also on that multi-mount, just in under there, there is a clip. And what that allows you to do is to clip it onto other things. So again, it could go onto a rucksack shoulder strap, or indeed it could go onto your cap. And for those of you regular viewers, you've seen me using it like that when I've been out, and it is great. It really is incredibly versatile. So we've got those 2 modes as well. So it really is, well, when they say a multi-light, It definitely is. You could even use it on your zip pull. It's that small, and that way you've always got a light with you. So yeah, it's a very useful and very clever little idea. Now that little multi-mount, that can also be attached to your head strap. So if you're wearing a beanie as opposed to a ball cap, you can just mount it straight onto the head strap, put it on and wear it like you would a normal head torch. Weight wise, it's so light, it makes something that's ideal if you're a runner and you're out running at night. Again, great little item for illuminating the way. Where you've got flashing red light and flashing white light, if you're travelling down country lanes late at night, excuse me, then this is very good for marking your presence on the road. That little white flashing light or red flashing light can be seen from quite some distance. So it's incredibly versatile. So the big question on everybody's lips is, yeah, how much is it? And I searched around on the net, and you can get it for anywhere between 22 and 25 pounds, which I think is very good. Similar sort of price to one of the photon microlights, the proper ones rather than the copy ones. This one definitely equally, if not more useful, and I think the cost is pretty good. You're getting something with a no quibble 5-year guarantee. The quality of the construction is absolutely brilliant. The usefulness of the product, again, brilliant. And it's something that you're probably not just going to use on camping trips. This is something that becomes part of your EDC gear. Anyway, don't take my word for it, go and check it out. I think it's a great piece of kit. Again, it's the ZIPPY extended set from ARMYTEK, and it is a great item. I will put a link in the description box down below. Go and check it out, because I think it's a really good item. It's definitely become a firm favourite in with my kit. It's lightweight, it's very clever, it seems very robust, and I think it's absolutely great. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then remember, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, then please like and subscribe to the channel. If you look in the description box down below, as well as a link over to the product, you will also find links to my social media, both Instagram and Facebook, and there is a link over there to my Etsy shop. Pop over there, there's some fire starter pouches over there. I've got another run of cuts kits coming up as well, so they should be going in. The badges should be there in the next couple of days, and of course there is the survival necklaces. There are also going to be, in the next few days coming up, the latest run of these, and this is one of my little EDC light pouches. Great for in the woods, the little neck pouch, but sometimes in your everyday life when you're out and about you want something a little bit more discreet, and that's what this is. This is in the new colourways, the all brown, and it's got the loop on the side for a small treble style flashlight, and over on that side a loop for a ferro rod. The actual pouch itself is designed, and it will take something like a Swiss Army type knife, one of the Victorinox, something of that size, or it will take open L knives. And I've made a little change to this one, because if you are a regular Swiss Army knife user, you don't need something that is that long, and there is a chance that a regular Swiss Army knife could indeed fall out of the side. So I've added an extra press stud to the bottom, so you can literally clamp it down to the size of your Swiss Army knife. So there you go, that's just, I said, the new little EDC light pouch, and those will be up in the next few days over on the channel. Go and check it out. I think that's everything, and I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.